So I just have a few things to say in advance. How do we think about sexual harassment today compared to 27 years ago when Anita Hill gave her testimony on TV? We could say Anita Hill's testimony was the original Me Too moment. And she inspired many women to report their abuse. Like Anita Hill, many were not believed. Jump forward to today, Hollywood A-list actresses admired for their beauty, fame, money, have been able to seek justice. A positive aspect of the Me Too movement is women are coming forward in unprecedented numbers to report abuse. When our political leaders did not believe Anita Hill, this left many women, myself included, unable to speak about sexual harassment. It's interesting that today, even in the light of the Me Too movement, our leaders did not believe Christine Blasey Ford. To cast doubt, people asked, why did she wait years to come forward? Sometimes the experience of harassment is triggered years later when something in the present brings horrible memories to life. When women are not believed in the public eye, this prevents other women from coming forward. In the light of the Me Too movement, we must remember that many women don't have agency to report their abuse. For fear they will lose their jobs, have assaults on their character. This is even more pertinent for women of a lower socioeconomic class. Not all Me Too's are heard alike. Anita Hill's case was the first televised case to reach people's living rooms and open a public discussion. The charges were uglier than imagined, and she was questioned on every detail of the harassment by senators whose reactions were not dignified. Many believe that race had nothing to do with the outcome of the hearings because Clarence Thomas was a black man and Anita Hill was a black woman. Yet let's think for the moment how she experienced this situation. Anita Hill said years later, I was treated as if I had no race. Clarence Thomas, however, compared his own treatment during the process to a high-tech lynching. Anita Hill was criticized by black men and women alike for demeaning the character of Clarence Thomas. Even black women claim that sexual abuse should be kept within the community because allegations against one black man criminalize all black men. The phrase that was used was, this sister is out of pocket, meaning she couldn't be reined in to keep silent. So race matters. Hill asked an interviewer in 2002, how do you think certain people would have reacted if I had come forward and been white, blonde-haired, and blue-eyed? Social scientists have pointed out again and again that white people are seen as inherently more reliable. And women who are of darker skin meet a higher burden of proof than white or fair-skinned women, according to political scientist Ravi Perry. Ford's whiteness also helps her. It evokes empathy. The media and the public should not ignore discussions of race with Christine Blasey Ford either. What's important to understand is that we all have identities that are intersectional. To use an academic phrase, intersectionality refers to the idea that our identity meets at the intersection of race, gender, socioeconomic class, sexuality, ability, and many other factors. We experience the world at the intersections of those identities, sometimes privileging one over another, but never being able to operate without intersectionality. That is not to say that we are not all unique, but there's something common that we experience through these identities. Women of color experience both racism and sexism, and that means their experience is particular. And we cannot say that women who have been abused have a universal experience. We can also say that white American heterosexual men also live in in intersectionality, and also may share a worldview. The majority of our political leaders belong to this group, and they were the majority in deciding this case. Someone asked Anita Hill, would she do it again? And she, just to paraphrase, says, I would do it again, but I could only do it because of the great tangible and intangible support I had throughout. The most important thing we can do is provide women a safe space to discuss their experiences. While anyone can offer support, let's acknowledge that other women are sometimes our best supporters. Each one of us deserves a sympathetic ear, and sisterhood is powerful. In current elections, more women have succeeded to political office. Perhaps this will go some way in changing how sexual harassment cases are decided and what supports women have. I must say, however, that just electing women will not affect change. It depends on how well those women understand the experiences of other women and use that understanding in their understanding of the law. Hearing about sexual harassment in the public sphere, as we have lately, can be triggering for women. We recall our own experiences with harassment, and often we have never spoken about it and healed. No matter your experience, I encourage you to